Hi, I just wanted to take a minute to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got started with Beachbody. So we're going to go back a little bit. My name is Callie Andra Wind, and I'm the founder of Team Seize the Moment. I'm a diamond coach with Beachbody, and this is my story of how I got started. So in 2015, I was a waitress. I started the year, I was going to my 12th year at the same restaurant, waiting tables, and kind of just not really going anywhere. I didn't really have any goals. I didn't really have any goals except for to pay the bills every single month and to be able to pay the rent and just keep kind of cruising at the altitude that we were at. And so I was drinking too much. I was drinking a lot, and a big part of that was probably because my dad passed away in 2013, and it was really rough, and I never fully dealt with that. I just drank, and I worked, and I just kept going every single day, doing the same things until I started drinking more and more, and ultimately I had to stop for my health. But in that, I lost my job. I got fired for just being, I thought I could hang and I thought that I could maintain and function and it was all fine. And other people there, they drank. So it was obviously fine that I did too, but it really wasn't. And so I lost my job. And then I continued to drink for a few weeks after that. And then I hit my rock bottom, which was being so unhealthy that it was actually affecting my body. I had to go to the emergency room. They had to give me a potassium drip. It was all bad. And I had to stop drinking. And so I was able to realize that this wasn't the path that I wanted to go down. I didn't want to be in the doctor's office. I didn't want to be in the hospital. I didn't want to be told that my blood pressure was so awful that, I should probably be going into liver failure and just not a lot of good things. Alcoholism is a very real problem, and it's an addiction, and I'm happy to chat with you if that's something you struggle with, and solutions that there are out there for options for you to get better, because there are some, and there's a lot of hope there. But that's the basic version of that story. So I was about 160 pounds. I was about 40 to 50 pounds overweight for my body, and I'm 5'3", so for some perspective there. I needed to get healthy. The other part of that was that my nutrition sucked. I was eating, mac and cheese or restaurant food or pizza or whatever late at night, not really eating breakfast, and then just kind of eating a meal to soak up the alcohol and do it all again the next day. And so when I quit drinking, I immediately lost about 20 pounds of just excessive bloating and carrying that around from alcohol. And that was really cool, but I was still overweight. That brought me down to 140. I was still overweight for my body. So I started kind of trying to dial in my nutrition a little bit, but not really enough. It took me a while to get back to a functionable human being status, but I did find, I found other work. I got a restaurant job being a barista and a busser, and because you had to work your way up to waiting tables, even though I did it for 12 years. And I got a hotel front desk job, which I'd done before, and I didn't ever really want to go back to, but I needed to find something that was going to provide me with work. And so I was kind of barely scraping by. But while this was going on, I did have a gym membership that I paid $40 a month for, and I did go about 3 to 5 times a week. I would work out, I would run on the treadmill. I'd do 30 minutes or 2 miles, and I wouldn't get anywhere. I'd heard about intervals, so I would be doing sprinting for a minute and then jogging for 3 minutes or whatever. I think I had an app or something, and nothing was working. I had books. I had bikini countdown books with exercises and routines in them, and I would stick to them for about 1 to 2 weeks, and I would always fall off because I get frustrated that I wasn't seeing results. I felt like I was eating healthier, but I was eating a lot of organic and, sustainably grown foods that weren't necessarily healthy for you. They still had a lot of added sugar. I still had a sweet tooth. You know, something about alcoholics is when they quit drinking, they usually pick something else up. And for me, that was absolutely candy and sweets. So I was all about those little peach rings. And what I would do is it said serving size 6 on the bag, and I would go and eat 3 throughout the night in little clusters until I ate the entire bag and it was gone. And it was totally ridiculous anyways. But in my mind, I was portioning it out. And so I knew I needed something. I needed an outlet. I needed something, but I didn't know what. Enter meeting my coach on social media. And I did stalk her for a little while, and I wondered about what she was doing, but I never really asked her. You know, I was just kind of like, oh, that's cool. She's doing that thing, whatever it is that she's doing. I don't know, but I'm not going to ask her. And then one day she asked me if I had any goals that I was working on. And I was like, yeah, I do actually. You know, I go to the gym and I'm getting nowhere. And so what are you doing? And she told me about these groups that she ran, and it was a monthly group. She had a 30-day challenge going. It was MMA style, and I hopped in and went for it. I didn't really have a lot of money, but I knew that I was spending $40 a month in the gym, so I canceled my gym membership, and I knew that I was drinking way too many Starbucks double shot cans, the vanilla ones, and eating a Cliff Bar every morning for breakfast. So instead of that, which cost me about $5 a day, I stopped buying Starbucks double shots, I stopped buying Cliff Bars, and I was able to buy my challenge pack. And so I did. And I honestly thought that I might return it. I know that's hilarious now because I am all about it, but I thought I might return it. I thought it might not work. I knew there was a guarantee, and so I wasn't really risking anything. And so I went for it. I never intended to really follow the meal plan. I knew that was an option that was included for me. And my first few days, actually, I started before my package even came. I was so excited to just start something new that the workouts are all streaming, so you can do them all online. And I started the workouts before my package even came. And so I was already feeling better by like the 3rd or 4th day. When my package did arrive, my Shakeology came, my portion containers came, my meal plan came. And at this point I thought, well, I'm already feeling pretty good from just working out. So maybe I will give it a try. Maybe I will try this whole meal plan thing and just see what that does for me in 30 days. And so I did. I followed the nutrition. I followed the meal plan. I used the containers. I felt silly doing it. I felt like my boyfriend was judging me for having portion containers. Meanwhile, he was actually like, oh, what are we doing? You know, healthy for food. And I drank Shakeology, and I started seeing crazy results. So within my first 30 days, I lost the last 10 pounds that I was trying to lose. I got to a goal weight. You know, I toned up. I leaned out more than I had since high school. I actually could see abs happening on the side in 30 days. I was blown away. I had muscles coming in. I couldn't get those results for years at the gym. And so it was kind of awesome seeing it happen so quickly. And I was sharing all this on my social media as I went on. And so that was how I got started. I jumped in. I never looked back. I didn't obviously return my package. I ordered again the next month. I found out that as a coach, you get 25% off. And so I signed up as a coach to get the discount mostly, and then slowly grew into helping people. But that's really how my story began and brought me to where we are today. Now I love to tell anyone and everyone about these programs and help people reach their goals. The best part of any of my days is hearing from a challenger in my group about what success they had that day, that week, in their whole challenge, the results that they're seeing, because anyone can do this. It only takes 30 minutes. There's 3-week programs that take 30 minutes a day. You'll learn about proper portions and nutrition, and you'll get the results that you're looking for. I can confidently say that. And I can also say that if you are hesitant, you maybe don't think you will, there's no risk because there's a bottom of the bag policy. So if you are not sure, there's no reason really not to dive into this and give it a try and see what results you might get. Just like I did. I was super hesitant. I didn't know what it was. I was embarrassed to tell some of my good, close personal friends at first that I bought a shake and a workout program that I was going to do at home, because I didn't know if I was going to succeed, and I didn't know if it was going to work, and I didn't want to fail at something else. And after 2 weeks, I was telling anyone and everyone. And that was another reason why I became a coach. I wanted to stay extra accountable. But that's my journey. I've been able to keep the weight off. I'm sober. I never went back to drinking. I was able to find this amazing community that supports me, and I'm never looking back. So, it really is about your mindset. You learn how to have the proper mindset about nutrition, portions, eating, and working out, and that you can do it and you can get the results that you hope to achieve with this. So I just wanted to share my story with Beachbody, how I got started with the challenge group, and how you can too. If you are thinking about joining, if you have questions, if you are ready to roll with this, any of those, just let me know. Send me an email or a message on Facebook, and let's get you started and going with this, because it can really change your life and it can really help you get to all the goals that you've always wanted. So I look forward to hearing from you, having you on our team, having you rock your first challenge, and just having you feel amazing, because anybody can do this and anybody can feel awesome too. So, all right, that's it. Have a good day.